Sharon is in London. Sharon, are you a Netflix subscriber? Are you going to be finding out how you're going to do your Christmas from Meghan this year?
Of course I will. I watch all her series, and she's working hard for her. She's working to support herself. She's not getting free money from the taxpayer and billions like all the others doing nothing.
Well, why should she? Why should she? She's not living in this country.
As for you and all the others who hate this woman from the first day,
don't hate her.
Hold on, let Sharon
you do hate her, all of you. Every
Calm down, Sharon. I don't hate her.
You've got nothing to say about her. Whatever she does to make a living, you all complain about her. You're all racist and horrible.
Oh, there you go. There's the truth.
Everything she wears, everything she does, all of you have to complain about her. You've never got anything good to say about her. So I love her. She's great, and I'll watch all her series, and I hope she gets many more series, and all these horrible people like that woman on the show today. They just have nothing good to say about this woman. Go and support all the other royals and give them all your taxpayer money, millions. They've got billions, and you're all still supporting them and giving them millions every year. All right, and this woman is trying to make a living, and all you've got to say every day is horrible things about everything.
She sold out the Royal Family.
From the first day she was
not
on.
true.
Sharon, are you going to do some crafts?
From the first day you all hate her because she's straight and she's not a white person. You don't do that to any of the other royals, so just shut up and leave the woman alone to make a living. You're making a living doing what you want to do. She's making a living. Nobody giving her money. So just leave her alone. I'm sick of you people every single day.
Okay, Sharon.
The clip we just saw says everything. A caller phoned in, stood her ground, and refused to let the panel twist the narrative. And even with interruptions and attempts to shut her down, she laid out the truth plainly. Everything she said is true, and today we're breaking down exactly why her words hit so deeply. What we witnessed wasn't chaos, it was clarity. A regular viewer fed up with the smear campaign, the negativity, and the constant nitpicking thrown at Meghan from day one. She didn't need rehearsed lines. She spoke from experience, from watching the relentless attacks, the coded insults, and the desperate attempts to portray Meghan as a villain for simply existing. The caller openly said she watches Meghan's work on Netflix, and she said it proudly. Because unlike the commentators who pretend they don't care while discussing Meghan every single day, she actually appreciates the effort, the creativity, and the success. She reminded them that Meghan is working hard, earning her own money, and not taking a single penny from the taxpayer, something the media conveniently ignores. The moment the caller defended Meghan, the panel got uncomfortable. The host tried to calm her down, but she wasn't out of control. She was passionate and fed up, because she sees what we all see. Meghan can't breathe without being criticised. If she works, they complain. If she stays quiet, they complain. If she succeeds, they panic. The caller pointed out the key truth. Those same critics never treat other royals this way. They don't obsess over their clothing. They don't track every move. They don't scrutinise every decision. Meghan was judged from the moment she arrived, long before she ever spoke a word. The panel's reaction proved the caller's point. They twisted her passion into shouting. They tried to dismiss her honesty as irrational. But the reality is that the only ones shouting were the commentators who couldn't handle someone calling out their bias live on air. The caller also addressed the financial double standard. She reminded them that Meghan isn't funded by UK taxpayers, yet she gets more scrutiny than the royals who receive millions every year. That contradiction makes the media extremely uncomfortable, because it exposes the truth. The attacks aren't about money, they're about control. When people hear the word racism an immediately panic, deflect or lash out. It often means they recognize part of the truth in what was said. The caller hit a nerve, and millions watching knew it. She reminded them that Meghan is making her own living. She's building her own brand. She's raising her family without any royal funding. Meanwhile, the media continues to use her name daily to fill airtime. The obsession is theirs, not Meghan's. The caller's message went viral because she said what so many people have been thinking: leave this woman alone. Let her work. Let her live. Let her create. The panel had no real response because the truth was too clear. Instead of addressing her points, they attacked her tone. They focused on her delivery instead of her message. That's what happens when people can't argue with the facts. They attack the person instead. The caller wasn't attacking other royals. She was highlighting the absurdity of slamming Meghan while defending royals who actually rely on taxpayers. She was questioning why the media is fixated on a woman who doesn't owe the UK a thing. Meghan's independence threatens the system. She succeeded outside the monarchy. She built partnerships, brands, productions. She didn't fade away. And that frustrates those who expected her to disappear quietly. The caller's words cut through the noise because she wasn't speaking for attention. She was speaking because she's tired of the lies, tired of the double standards, tired of the constant attacks disguised as concern. Her message was simple. You're making a living. She's making a living. Leave her alone. And unbelievably, that triggered the panel more than anything. They're used to dominating the narrative. They're used to being the loudest voice. They're used to having the final say. But regular viewers are pushing back now, and that scares them. This is why they keep Meghan in every news cycle. She brings attention, clicks, and viewers. They don't want her to succeed, but they can't survive without her name. The caller exposed that hypocrisy. She showed the world that the so-called criticism has turned into obsession. And the panel had no logical explanation for it. Everything the caller said was rooted in fact. Meghan works. Meghan isn't funded by the UK. Meghan is unfairly targeted. Meghan is held to standards no one else faces. And the panel couldn't deny it, so they tried to silence her. Her frustration reflected the frustration of millions. The mistreatment of Meghan is not hidden. It's public, documented, broadcasted, and people are tired of watching it. The media underestimated how many viewers are paying attention. They underestimated how many people see through the spin, and they underestimated how much support Meghan actually has. This is why the caller's clip spread everywhere. It wasn't because she shouted, it was because she spoke with courage. She said the truth out loud, in a place that wasn't prepared for honesty. And what does this moment ultimately show? That no matter how much the media tries to twist Meghan's story, the real story is breaking through. People are pushing back, and people are calling out the unfairness in real time. The caller reminded the world that Meghan is thriving, and no amount of negativity will change that. She is building, succeeding, and growing. And those who spend every day trying to bring her down are only proving the caller right. Everything she said is true.